Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Welcome. Thank you, welcome. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Welcome, everyone, to the first of many award shows where we actually take a look at the Detractor of the Week, look at a few nominations, and of course, award a deserving detractor. Now, the detractor can be pretty much anyone or anything out in the DSP Detractiverse. But before we proceed, I wanted to give a big shout out to our sponsors. That's right, we are paid shills. Give a round of applause, folks, for WWE Champions, DoorDash, YouTube Premium, and of course, The Dents. Thank you. Alrighty, folks, well, let's get into it. Now, the first nominee, of course, is Larian Studios for I Got Robbed. If you guys didn't know, apparently Larian Studios made the list of detractors for actually putting a mechanic into Baldur's Gate 3 where our boy Phil got robbed after apparently an Astrian decided to leave and bounce the cult. The character decided that he was going to be taking some of the more quality weapons, and it left Phil upset, angered, and cursing the devs of Larian Studio for actually robbing him. It actually gave the guy PTSD. And it reminded him of the time where he was robbed at the grocery store of his reusable bags. So our first nominee, of course, is Larian Studios. Give a round of applause to Larian Studios. Okay, the next nominee, of course, is The Sun. Now, The Sun has made its appearance several times here, as we know, in Seattle, in Renton, Washington. For some reason, the Sun and the city of Renton just don't get along. And a heat wave apparently hit Renton the last week or so, and it skyrocketed temperatures up to 70 degrees. And our boy Phil just had a rough go in the Snort Fort. Apparently, the Snort Fort temperatures reached 225 degrees Celsius, and it made our boy Phil so uncomfortable to the point where he had to wear Hawaiian shirts in the middle. I mean, not in the middle, but while it's still winter. And of course, that upset Piggy, being the fact that he didn't have his air conditioner in the window, and his room full of cat hair, dust, and old equipment became a furnace. So of course we have to nominate The Sun. The next nominee, of course, is RPG Burnout. That's right, our boy Phil has been talking about RPG Burnout for the last several weeks, so much so he got one of his dents to actually create an image for a segment that he's now labeling RPG Burnout. And of course, the only way you combat RPG Burnout is by actually playing more RPGs. Our boy Phil had to play Baldur's Gate 4 times last week, and of course decided to not play Rise of the Ronin, but play yet again another RPG in Dragon's Dogma 2. So, of course, the way you combat RPG Burnout is by playing more RPGs. Alrighty, the next nominee, folks, is of course inflation. Our boy Phil here had a massive rant the other day where he decided to chastise the pigs who actually tried to tell Phil that times are tough, people don't have disposable income, and it's probably why Phil's tips are so low. And of course, Phil shot back and said, that's just a lame excuse. Inflation doesn't exist. Do you think Maximilian is being hurt by inflation? Do you think PewDiePie is being hurt by inflation? No. If you can afford your cell phone, if you can afford gas, if you can afford to make your mortgage payment, you can afford to pay our boy Phil. So let's give it up for inflation. And the next nominee, of course, is Derek Ip. That's right, the Coomer himself, the pervert, the man who just scours Twitter and can't stop harassing porn stars on Twitter. Derek Ip apparently got the other dents infuriated to the point where 672, another dent, had to call Derek out for his continual spamming. And it was so bad, Phil had to address it and actually begged Derek to stop spamming the chat. And of course, after that, our boy Phil said there's nothing he can do. He can just ask politely. And of course, we don't know why exactly there's nothing he can do, especially when he easily can ban or curse at people like King Be Cruel, 672 himself. And Phil has showed a propensity to just ban people whenever they irritate him. So we're not sure exactly why Derek isn't untouchable, but apparently he is. So that's it, folks. Those are the nominees for the Detractors of the Week, folks. Let's just give them all. Let's give them all a round of applause. Alrighty, folks. Now, before we award the Detractor of the Week, we have to take a small commercial break. So stay tuned, folks, for an informative commercial that I think you guys will definitely enjoy. We'll be right back, folks.
Steady model of an individual with gout. I am now doing well since this condition I know much about. I know that I have too much uric acid that forms crystals, which are needle-shaped and mostly found inside my toes and other joints. I had toe pain and redness from those nasty little needle points. The gout attack has passed for now, the pain has stopped in all my joints, but I still have some risk of gout attacks with crystals there inside. There inside. So now I vow to use my wise physician's counsel as my guide. I now consume less meat and fewer soft drinks and less alcohol. I also can drive uric acid out with meds I now recall. I understand that I must take the pills prescribed for me each day. I also check my uric acid levels oft along the way. There is a target uric acid level that the doctors say the number should be less than 6. What is my level at today? But still it matters medical and physical without a doubt. Out a doubt. I am the very model of an individual with gout. There is a target uric acid level that the doctors say the number should be less than 6. What is my level at today? But still it matters medical and physical without a doubt. I am the very model of an individual with gout.
Alrighty, folks. Well, welcome back. We're ready to nominate the most valuable detractor of the week. And of course, that is none other than, of course, Larian Studios, folks. Let's give them a round of applause, folks. That's right. Larian Studios for having the foresight having the foresight for building a mechanic in the game that would actually irritate and rob our boy Phil. So yes, folks, thank you guys for coming out. This is the first of many where we nominate the Detractor of the week, folks. So thank you guys for stopping by. You guys have a good night. You've been a wonderful audience. Peace out. Peace out.